Hey, so in this video, we're gonna go over major tips that I have for you in order to scale your digital business on Etsy. I'm gonna give you the list of, in my opinion, the best products to accomplish that goal. I also want to give you specific examples of like bad listings versus good ones. We're gonna analyze some listings that are really good and then the ones that are really bad. So we're gonna start with the ranking because I think that's the one that's most interesting. I'm gonna tell you which products, in my opinion, are the best one to sell, and I'll explain why. So we have this list right here, and we're gonna go over this really quick. So we have the X and Y axis, and I put profit on the Y axis and effort on the X axis, okay? Because I calculate what is the profit to put effort ratio in order to figure out which products, in my opinion, are the best, okay? And some people might have a different opinion about this, but I'm gonna share with you what I think is that ranking, okay? So let's start with number 5. It's going to be patterns, seamless patterns, digital patterns, and things of the nature. In my opinion, they're relatively low effort to make, but when you look at the searchability of digital patterns, it's not that high. A lot of times they just don't sell. The only reason why people buy them is either for birthdays or like now it's going to be Christmas, so like Christmas time. But other than that, I don't really see a lot of opportunity in the pattern space. I try selling patterns. I do sell some patterns, but I just don't get very consistent sales with it. So in my opinion, yeah, they're easy to make because you just put it in AI, maybe scale it up a little bit and put it in a bundle, and that's pretty much it. In my opinion, there's just not a lot of profit in that space. This is why I put them right here. And in my opinion, it's like the not the best product to sell because the ratio of profit to effort is just not there, in my opinion. Okay, let's move on to the next thing, which is wall art. Okay, so in my opinion, the profit in wall art space is good, and I'm talking about digital wall art. I'm not talking about print on demand. Okay, this would be a print on demand. I would probably put it maybe even here. Okay, the profit might be higher, but the effort is higher as well. The problem with wall art, in my opinion, is that they're relatively easy to make, but it's hard to get a sell. Okay, this is why I put it very far on the effort axis, because in my opinion, you need to put a lot of effort in order to sell wall art. Okay, it has to look very good. You probably need to run ads in order to get a sell. It's a very competitive market. You really need to stand out. You can stand out with things like bathroom humor. We talked about the bathroom humor. In my opinion, bathroom humor is that it's something that works very well for wall art because a lot of people buy wall art, funny wall art, to put in the bathroom. I know it's weird, but that's kind of how it is. I tried selling digital wall art myself and I didn't have much success. This is why I put it right here because in my opinion, it takes a lot of effort to sell it, even though it doesn't take a lot of effort to make it, but it takes a lot of effort to sell it. And the profit can be good, but it's just very competitive. It's like one of the most competitive niches in my opinion. And I don't know, I just never had personal success with it. That's why I put it right here. I feel like some people might disagree with me, and that's fine. This is just my personal observation with wall art. I never had a lot of success with it. I had more success with other products that I'm going to talk about next. And that brings me to the product number 3, which is clip art. This is something that I start with. Okay, in my opinion, clip art is like the easiest one to start with. So it's relatively close on the effort scale, but it can be time consuming. Okay, so you have to create these bundles. Usually clip art is selling bundles, so it takes time to create it, but it's relatively easy to generate sales. Clip art sells pretty fast, especially if you have attractive pricing and your thumbnails look pretty good. You're gonna get sales relatively easy. Clip art is easy to generate sales. It's hard to scale up though because of the bundle thing. It takes a lot of time. You need to remove background, all of that. It can be a little bit time consuming. That's like the biggest disadvantage in clip art. You know what? And actually, I'm going to put clip art closer to here, in my opinion, because of the effort of creating bundles can be hard. I think wall art can be more profitable than clip art, but you still can make good money. I have stores that are selling clip art and they're making like $2,000-$3,000 a month, so that's fine. I know stores that are making $10,000 with clip art as well, so they exist, but there's not many of them, and that's where I stand on it. Let's go to the next object, which is digital prints. The most optimal category to sell digital prints are basically digital designs for t-shirts that print on demand people buy, stay-home moms, teachers, pretty much anyone that wants to create designs or maybe resell them. In my opinion, this is the best category to sell because there's a lot of demand for it. They are very fast and easy to make. You just create one design, put it on a mockup, and move on with your life very fast. There's not a lot of like management because for example, if you create clip art bundles, you need to upload this bundle on some sort of server like a Google Drive or something, because the bundles are usually very big, so you cannot upload them all to Etsy. With this, you just upload one file or two files, easy. You don't have to store them anywhere, which I really liked as well. Scalability is good too. So you just create things very fast. You can post a lot of things very fast. You can adjust your listings very fast. So if new season comes in, you can adapt to this season very fast. However, interesting problem that I had with this model, with these products, is that when you list so many products in the digital print category, you might end up having a lot of listings and you're gonna have a lot of fees to pay. Remember, Etsy charges you 20 cents for every listing, for every renewal, for every sell. So it all can add up if you have a lot of listings and not a lot of sales. That's something that you have to keep in mind when you sell digital prints. But in my opinion, this is like my favorite category. Low effort and relatively high profit. Okay, and there's one more category for digital products, which is junk journals. In my opinion, those are the most profitable digital products, but they can take a lot of work. Okay, the best junk journal shop, I forgot her name, but she makes like 100,000 in sales a month, 200,000 in sales a month, like something crazy, but she puts a lot of effort. Okay, she makes video tutorials how to create these junk journals. Even though she's selling digital products, she still shows how you can make it. Her bundles combine a lot of pieces in it, but they're selling for a higher price. So every bundle she makes, she's selling it for like $7 to $15, which is very high for a digital product, but she puts a lot of effort in it. Okay, so if you want to go for something big, junk journals are great, but they can be very time consuming to create, but the reward is probably the highest. So if you want to make a lot of money, junk journals are probably your way to go. And then I would say digital prints, in my opinion, are another category that's very good. Also, junk journals are more evergreen. You know, you don't have to be that season heavy. All these other ones that I'm mentioning here are very season heavy. Junk journals, not so much. You can kind of have the evergreen products in junk journal space, which is really nice. Okay, and that brings me to my tips that I have for you. And I'm gonna start with this one right here. Maybe this is not a tip. I'm gonna call this a truth. Okay, so this is one of the truths. The thing with digital products, it's that it's hard to keep consistent level of sales. It really fluctuates a lot because they rely heavily on seasonality and your competition. So if you want to keep consistent level of sales, you need to be active on it. You need to actively be adding listings. And I know there's a philosophy of like, oh, you don't need to add new listings for your Etsy shop. Well, that rule might apply if you're selling like physical products, right? You don't need to have a lot of listings if you sell physical products. You probably need to focus more on marketing. With digital products, the problem is that a lot of these products are based on their assets. So assets are being used regularly. And what I mean by assets, well, if you sell digital prints, for example, this is something that is usually purchased by print-on-demand people or like someone that it's designing stuff. And me as a designer, I want to create what's currently working. So if there's Halloween, I probably want to create some Halloween designs, okay? So I need assets, which are the digital products that you sell on Etsy that are related to Halloween or Christmas or whatever. So they can really impact your level of sales. So you need to be actively adding listings in order to get that level consistent. There's really a couple of evergreen niches on Etsy in the digital space, like the wedding or birthdays, but they're not that big. They're big in a sense if you sell physical products, but not in the digital space. Digital space and like physical space on Etsy works a little bit differently. And there's only a couple of Etsy shops that are keeping that level consistent, okay? It's really hard. You can watch my videos where I do these reports every month or every couple of months. I show you like the results of my Etsy shops, how much I'm making, and you can see the level is jumping up and down, okay? It's really hard to keep consistency in the level. There's a lot of things that go into it. And I'm just being transparent with you because I like selling digital products. It's really fun and relatively easy to do. I don't have to handle any, bullshit with people. It's just something that's almost passive, right? I'm saying almost because there's still a couple of things that you need to do. But once you put it and post it, boom, you're done, right? I like that. But you need to still keep working, okay? You need to be active about this business because it is a business. You need to treat it as a business. If you don't treat it as a business, you're not going to get great results. And this is another truth that I want to share with you, which is it's really easy to make $500 to $1,500 a month selling these digital products, regardless of which products you're going to sell. To get to the level is very hard, but to level up to 500 and up, It's hard. And again, this brings me to the point that there's only a couple of stores that are pretty consistent, right? Literally, you can count them probably on the fingers of my two hands, okay? Maybe a little bit more. Maybe like, I don't know, there's like 20, 30 of them. And I'm talking about profit. I'm not talking about sales, okay? I'm talking about profit. There's a lot of stores that are stuck in this category, but there's only a couple of them that are above that category. And the problem that these stores that are making 500 to 1500 a month is this one right here, which is staying consistent and being active with the listings, okay? This is the hardest part. You need to be actively adding listings, and you need to know what type of listings you need to add. So you need to track trends and keywords and all of that stuff. It all matters. It all matters. But if you know what you're doing, it's not that hard and it doesn't take that much time. But if you're new, it might be a little bit confusing for you. So that's something that you need to keep in mind as well, okay? And here are some crucial tips that I'm gonna give you in order to win this thing, to win this race, okay? To be that 1500 plus profit store a month. So here are the tips. Number one, the market is fast now, okay? What I mean by that is that there's more competition than ever. And a lot of people know about AI. Probably most people know about AI. They know how to use it. They're aware that there are people selling AI products on Etsy. Because of that, a lot of people just try to do things themselves. So in order to get a sale on Etsy in a digital space, the only reason why people buy these products is because of the convenience. And that's something that I do as well. So I sell print on demand products and I look for digital prints very often. Even though I sell digital prints, very often I buy from other people as well because I just want something quick and fast. Okay, I don't want to think about it. I just want to buy it. I like this design. Just give it to me. Okay, give me the license. I'm going to buy it. And I'm going to use it and resell it, okay? People buy for convenience because they're busy. They are aware of AI, there's more competition. So your main job is to create a listing that's convenient to someone and that will make them buy. So how you can do this? Well, if you sell something of great quality that is unique, or when I say unique, in my opinion, you should go for whatever is trending right now. So if there's a trend that you found and everyone is buying this trend, you should go for it, but create something relatively different and new about it, okay? Look up the trends, but have your own new version of that trend. That's, in my opinion, the best thing that you can do because that's gonna make the people that are looking for something to buy very fast buy it from you because they're gonna be like, oh, this is different than the other guy. I'm gonna get it. Boom. Move on. The next thing is seasonality. I just talked about it for a little bit, but yeah, seasonality is huge for digital products. This is why I believe you need to be actively adding new listings. Right now, Q4 is like the season heavy. You got Halloween, Christmas, Thanksgiving, fall, cancer awareness, football. There's a lot of stuff that are happening. The people are buying products related to it. So there's a lot of things that you can sell to. Later on, we're going to have Valentine's Day, New Year's Eve, Super Bowl, Mother's Day, all of that. There's always something happening. Every month, there's something that you can figure out, follow the trends, and using the tools like the Creatorium AI will help you find whatever is trending right now because we scan for viral and trendy products. Especially, I like this category right here where it says new and hot. It's going to show you new listings that are just getting traction. Okay, so for example, I can see that this one right here that was listed yesterday, okay, is getting a lot of traction right now. I've got 22 favorites, 20 add to cart. So a lot of people are liking this design right here, okay? So now I know that this, like, I don't know, pastel color snowmans are very popular. A lot of people are liking it. So I can probably go for something in that style, but maybe instead of, you know, having snowmans, I would have, I don't know, reindeers in that style, okay? And there's also this cool tool that we have right here that says keyword research that will show you like the best opportunity keywords right now. So you can click on it, it's gonna give you the listings that are killing with these keywords right now, and you can kind of look it up. This one is actually bad because this is copyrighted product. But there's another one right here. I got 20 add to carts and it's a Christmas related, so it makes sense that this one is popular, okay? And if you want to try Creatorium AI, I have a link for it down below. Use this coupon code to get the 20% off for the first month. Another tip that I have for you is to find your own style. Keep your listings in a specific style. Have a specific AI that you use. So for example, I mostly use one AI model, okay? I switched a little bit, but I only stick usually to one. because I like the style that this AI model is generating images. Every AI model generates slightly different images, so you want to pick the one you like, okay? Recently, I've been playing a lot with Seedream 4. We just added it to Creatorium as well. I really like their style, and a lot of listings that I'm creating right now are in that Seedream 4. But before, I used Midjourney and Flux, and I usually stick just to one. So the audience that buys from me, they kind of expect a certain aesthetic, a certain style, and I keep it consistent, and they know when they buy from me, they're gonna get that. Now, the big tip I'm gonna give you is to be careful with ads, okay? So I've been running ads on and off on digital products and on print-on-demand products as well. And I have to tell you that like ads are very tricky. They can really eat you up. In my opinion, you should only be running ads on the products that are best selling. When you're starting out, you might want, like if your store is brand new, you can try running ads just to get a little bit of traction. But the truth is that like new Etsy shops are being automatically boosted by Etsy as well. So you might not need to have running ads, but whenever I open a new shop, I run ads just for a little bit, just to get a little initial sales and purchases and stuff like that. But yeah, I've been running ads on some of these shops with very high spend, no profits, because everything goes to ads. And I also noticed like when you run ads and you have like these high budgets on digital products, a lot of times Etsy is almost like switching all the orders to come from the ads. So instead of getting like 50% organic, 50% orders from ads, it's like 90% orders comes from ads, and then 10% comes from organic. And then when I lower the ad budget, it like goes back to the 50-50. So it's like a weird thing. You really need to find like your optimal budget for your ads, and you have to experiment to know what it is. It's very weird and strange. If you don't feel comfortable losing money, don't spend money on ads. Try to rank your listings organically. But if that's not something but if you're struggling and you want to push it a little bit, do run ads, but be careful with them because they can really eat up your profit. Okay, now I want to go to the specific examples. So like right here, we got listings that in my opinion are like this. I don't know what type of Chevy that is. It's some sort of Chevrolet. It's like one of the cheaper Chevrolets, and then we got a G-Wagon, okay? So G-Wagons are great listings. The Chevy is something that's not great, okay? So let's start with the first not great listings from Chevy list. So I'm going to open this up. I'm going to show you this listing. I'm going to tell you why this is a bad listing. So this is a clip art listing that's selling these like butterflies. Some of you guys might think this is a good listing, but this is actually a terrible listing in my opinion. And one of the biggest reasons why this is a terrible listing is because it looks very AI-ish. It looks fake. It looks like it was generated by some cheap AI model. The only good thing that this listing is doing is they're using the new way of creating titles. So this person knows that there's this new style that Etsy is requiring sellers to use. So they don't stuff keywords in their title. They actually create a title that's logical, short, so the AI can recognize it, because we are in the age of AI, right? So SEO is kind of dead. And when I mean dead, I don't actually mean it dead, but now AI is scanning listings. So they scan the photo, they can describe the photo, they scan the title, and they look for context. So they are using context to figure out what this listing is. In my opinion, this title is missing some sort of adjective. Yeah, like the thing that describes something, because it says watercolor butterfly flowers, but it's a specific style. I would call it like maybe like a steampunk or something. I don't know what it, boho. It's kind of a mix of a lot of different styles. So maybe I would put like a mixed style watercolor butterfly flowers, because just this one alone, it's too generic. I think you need a little bit of more to it in order to rank this listing higher in the searches and have AI figure out what this is. But this looks too AI-ish. It doesn't look that great. And in my opinion, this is a bad listing. Now let's look up the G-Wagon type of listing for clip art. So this is a G-Wagon type of listing. It got 2 purchases in the last 24 hours. It's a bestseller. And this is also a new listing. And why this is working? Well, first of all, it's very cute, okay? The thumbnail is very presentable, cute, and cool. It's also a seasonal thing, which is related to fall. Right now in fall season, so a lot of stuff in fall gonna be popular. It's also different, like it's using the same style that a lot of people are using right now, which is this cute, whimsical style. This is kind of the same thing, but it's new. We never seen the hedgehog like this. It's cool. So it's seasonal, it's unique, it has a new style, doesn't look like AI. It's also using this new style of titles. It's kind of the same thing, but it's cute and it's in a good quality. And this is why they're gaining so much traction very fast, because this is unique. This is special. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments. If you guys enjoyed this, drop a like. And if you want to try Creatorium AI, which is a tool that will help you create digital products very fast, research them, and create AI images in bulk, go to creatoriumai.com and use this code to get a 20% off discount. That's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoy this. I will see you next time. Bye.